So, good afternoon to all of you. My sound is audible and screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, now we are in the second section of industrial engineering. So, in this first chapter that is related to work measurements, the importance of this chapter in every industry, there is a need to check the time actually requires to manufacture the jobs. This is called actually work measurement. And this time, initially you have to calculate on basis of the qualified workers, experienced workers, and having a good performance. And by considering the different types of allowances, personal allowance, contingency allowance, and that's time whatever we're going to calculate that time is the standard time actually we required to complete any job. So every industry, this time limit is there. On basis of the times, the money will be there for particular jobs. Uh, if the time calculation is not there, definitely the monies or the workers' wage or financial or salary, bonus, motivations. So whatever the things related to workers based upon financial conditions, it is very critical to calculate. Means for one worker to complete one job, how much rupees will going to pay? How we can calculate? In order to calculate this, first of all, we have to calculate the how much time is required to manufacture that particular product. On basis of that time, we can give that salary to that workers, money to that workers, and overhead to office or organization. Okay, so here's cost estimation purpose we are using this work measurements. Then productions, productivity, reduce the downtimes. For this purpose, we required this work measurements. So in the chapters, what things actually going to say, what is the definition of the work measurement, objective of work measurement, and then technique, performance rating, types of allowances, calculation of standard times required for particular jobs, then work sampling, predetermined motion time study. So this much content we're going to cover in this work measurement chapter. So first definitions, it is a technique, just a revision of the previous lectures and then we'll go to the next part. So here definition of the work measurements, it is a technique to establish the time required for qualified workers. Means worker having good qualifications, good experience, and having the good efficiency, 100% efficiency, will say. So we have to carry it out, or we have to establish the technique. How much time required to do the particular job by this worker. Which workers? Qualified workers, experienced person, 100% efficiency person. You have to select that person. Suppose bearing manufacturing industry is there. So how much time is required to manufacture a one bearing? How to calculate? So initially there is a need of study. Means we have to manufacture that bearing with the qualified workers, 100% efficiency persons, and all other ideal conditions. We have to calculate the time required for manufacturing of this bearing. And once this time will get calculated, the same times we have to give to other workers, and accordingly the payment systems will be there, cost estimations will be there, productions will be there, productivity will be there. So here every industry there is a need of the work measurement. Okay, so here next point, that what are the objective of work measurement. So last lectures, we have gone through these four objectives to reduce or eliminate the non-productive time. If if we assign the particular time to particular workers to complete that work, within that time, that workers need to complete that job. Okay. Otherwise, if this standard is not there, if this standard time is not there, the depends upon the situations, depends upon the mental condition of the workers, the job will get complete at any time. Okay. To avoid the such problems, we require this type of standards. Whatever the downtimes is there, unproductive time is there, that we have to reduce. Okay. Or sometimes we can eliminate that. Then second, to fix the standard times for doing the jobs. Standard times means first of all, so we have to uh, uh, observe that the time required to complete jobs by that qualified person having 100% performance. Then observe times into performance rating. You will get the basic or normal time. In that, you have to add the personal allowance, contingency allowance, and then you will become standard time. Okay. And this standard time that is fixed to that particular job, on basis of this, the manpowers, we have to pay the money to that workers. This is the thing. To develop the standard data for futures. Once you develop the data required for particular job. This much time is for bearing, this much time for carburetor, this much time for cooling, this much time for crankshaft. This data you have to preserve. Whenever order will come, you have to expose this data and accordingly you assign the time to that particular worker. So for this purpose, we required the work measurements. Then to reference improved methods. Improved method means present method is there and improved method. So let us consider we can manufacture one jobs on lathe machine. Same job we can manufacture on CNC machine. So which is improved method? The manufacturing job on CNC machine. This is the improved method because here accuracy is good, then surface finish is good, the timing that is actually less than the time required on the normal machines. And here is the uh, gauges system is there, means automatically the machine will gauge that product is okay as per the program or not. But if you manufacture the same product on the simple lathe machine, there is a problem because here manual skill is required to manufacture the jobs. Manual skill, same skill may not be happens to every worker. Okay, so depends upon the skill. The job will get manufactured. Sometimes it will get reject. Sometimes it will become undersigned. Sometimes more time is required to manufacture time. So, improved methods, if you want to search as per the cost estimations, then we require this work measurement. So, these things we have seen in the last lectures. Okay. Then next parts, we're going to see the various technique of work measurements in the industry. So many techniques are there in work measurements. So which are the techniques, but related to our syllabus, uh, they have given only two techniques and we can study only that two techniques. Okay. So as per previous lecture, those are late. Here, what we have discussed, what is the definition, then what is the objective of work measurement, importance of the work measurement. This is very important because without this work measurement, we will not go for cost estimation. We will not going to decide the how much the cost required to manufacture the product. The profits will not estimate according to that. So here, so without work measurement, it is very critical to decide the selling price of that product also. So here's the cost. This is plays important role. Cost plays the important role in the any manufacturing. So in order to estimate this cost, we require this work measurement. And the work measurement, four objectives here I have given. So four objectives are there. So all these four objectives need to follow while in the work measurement. Very simple, the non-productivity waste times we can reduce. Standard times we have to decide by the job. And once you decide the standard times, you can use in the future. Preserve data for improved methods. Okay. So this objective we have seen in the last lecture. Now we go to the next techniques of work measurement. What are the techniques of work measurement? So here techniques of work measurement. Techniques of work measurement. First technique, that is the time study, means we have to make use of watch system uh, to get the observed time of any job in the manufacturing condition. Then production study means quantity to be manufactured within the particular time. So next, this is the production. Then work sampling. So this technique, work sampling, we can use the mass production. Means huge quantities are there. We can take two or four samples among this. On basis of two, four samples, uh, we can establish the work measurement. Then analytical samples means here certain value, mathematical relations we require. On this basis, we can decide the work measurement. Then synthetic data means chemical data actually we required to decide the work measurement. Predetermined motion time study. Here we required the camera to decide the motions of particular legs or hand with help of camera, and how much time is required for this, and that you have to preserve. Means for lifting how much time, releasing how much time, walking how much time, it will comes under the PMTS. So out of this three methods it is given in our syllabus, that is the time study, this work sampling, and PMTS. So here this is the one method. So these are the work measurement techniques. But out of this, in our syllabus, they have given time study. So just I will repeat the in short the importance of the all techniques, and then we'll switch over the which methods in our syllabus. Time study means here actually we have to uh, take the times with help of stopwatch while machinings or manufacturing any job. Productions means how much quantity need to be produced within the one shift. This study will be there. Work sampling, huge quantities are there. Certain samples are there. With help of this, statistically we can go for the work measure. Analytical methods means here mathematical relations. It has been used for work measurement. Synthetic means here certain chemical data. It has been used for work measurement. And last one, predetermined motion time study means already motions, the time required, it has been decided, and this data we can use for future purpose. So out of this, the point number A, time study, point number C, work sampling, and point number F, predetermined motion time study. So these three are in our syllabus. Okay, so let us we go one by one. First, we go for uh, time study. So in this technique, but before that, which technique and suitability of that technique, this is the very important. So here technique and suitability, that in shorts I will give to you, and then we'll go for the time study. So first, the technique and suitability. Technique and suitability. So under this A, time suitability. Then B is there, work sampling. Then C is there, then static. Nature time measurements. Analytical methods or manual methods. Nature time measurements. Analytical. So here's techniques are there: time study, then work sampling, synthetic data, method times measurement, and analytical method. So when we can use this production study, this we can use in terms of the quantity, how much the quantity need to produce within one shift. Then here predetermined motion time study. This is actually we require camera to study about the motion and times required to complete that motion. Correct. So here A, B, C, D, E, F. This much only will think the production study B and F. Uh, this part is a little bit different from this 4, 5. So predetermined motion time study will see separately. And the production here only we require a quantity. So whenever production based things are there, then we can use the production study, maybe batch production, maybe mass production, group productions for this purpose we can use. But here's the suitability only related to 5 when we can use the time study. So suitability means when we can use short cycle repetitive jobs. So this short cycle, short cycle repetitive jobs. Uh, Let us we consider the one examples in our workshop, CNC machines. So within the uh, 20 minutes cycle time is there. 20 minutes means jobs will complete within the 20 minutes. It's short. And we have got the same orders again and again. When this thing is there, then it is necessary for the time study for work measurement. So here short cycle repetitive jobs are there, then we can use the time study. Here let us consider that is the real plan, the real plan example. So this is simple thing. Means the time required to manufacture these jobs is very less, maybe below that half an hour, and repetitive work is there, then we can go for time study. Then when we can go for work sampling, long cycle job and involves teamwork. So here's the long cycle time involved. Teamwork. Teamwork. For example, manufacturing of crankshaft. One example here is the crankshaft is there. So to manufacture this crankshaft, the process is very long. First, because it is manufactured by forging and machining and heat treatment process is there. So long cycle time is there, and it is not done by only one man. For forging, separate man, then the heat treatment separate man, finishing separate man, then the machining separate man is there. So here's work sampling only we have to consider for long cycle time, or sometimes whenever teamwork is there, then you have to make use of work sampling. Whenever mass production is there, always you have to remember. So mass production is there. Whenever mass production is there, but cycle time is more. Crankshaft, engine heads, big jobs are there, big pulleys are there, big the gear shapers are there, external big gears are there, big wheels are there, long cycle time is there, and there is a teamwork. Casting separate man, forging separate man, machining separate man, heat treatment separate man, after this grinding separate man. So here this is the group of the persons or the employers to manufacture such jobs. Here we have to go for work sampling. Work sampling means out of this 1,000, 2,000, 1 lakh, certain samples you have to take, and on that basis we have to decide the time required for manufacturing of a job. This is actually work measurement. Then next is synthetic data. Synthetic data, short cycle repetitive job, but this is a related to daily life. So here is a short cycle repetitive job. So short cycle repetitive job. So examples, different types of coolants are there. Then lubrications, oils are there. These are the examples. Coolant, coolant, oil, fuel. So this is the tools means carbide tools. Here we required these different types of the chemicals, the composition. Here you have to consider carbide tools. Here we choose carbide because here in carbide tools, we require the powder of the titanium, then tungstens, vanadiums, and by using the chemical compositions and by pressing and by heating, the tool will get manufactured. So here the synthetic data, this is related to the chemicals parts, just like coolant, oil, tools, carbide. Here, short cycle and repetitive job. Method times measurement. So method times measurement, we can use the manually operation related to one work center. So here the manually operation, manually operation. So whenever manually work is going on, okay, filing is there, for removing part is there, keyway manufacturing work is there. So whenever manually work is there, then we can use this technique method times measurement. And last one is analytical method, short cycle, non-repetitive. So here analytical method, short cycle, non-repetitive. Non-repetitive. Here some research, development, innovative idea, it will come this analytically based upon certain mathematical relations, and based upon this we can use the work measurement technique. ISRO, then DRDOs. Here we are using the analytical sample for work measurements. Short cycle is there but non-repetitive. So these are the techniques and their use or suitability under the work measurement. Time study, work sampling, and our predetermined motion type. This much technique we are going to cover. So here you have to remember these two techniques. So time study, work sampling, and predetermined motion time study. This much things it has been included in our syllabus. We're going to see this only. Okay. So three study actually we need as per our syllabus: time study, work sampling, and predetermined motion time study. Time study actually measurements with help of watch, when we can use short cycle repetitive jobs, batch production, let us we say here related to our CNC, VMC, short cycle is there and repetitive jobs are. Work sampling, mass production is there, long time is there, group activities are there. Here we require the work sampling and predetermined motion time study. Here uh, micro motion study or how much time is required to complete that uh, particular motion. Okay, so we have predetermined motion time study. Initially we have to study these motions with camera and how much time is required, and that data you have to preserve, and same data you have to make use of this while doing the micro motion work. Okay, so normally in non-conventional machines we are using this such type of work measurement. Okay, so let us we'll go to the techniques of time study. But before this, some unit of measurement, it is actually important in this work measurement. Now, time study and synthetic data, here we require the unit in centimeter. Time study and synthetic data. So for this purpose, this unit for time study and synthetic study, here we require the unit of centimeters equivalent to minutes. Means centimeters equivalent to minutes, how much minute required. So this unit you have to remember. Then analytical sampling and work sampling, here we required minute. Analytical sampling and work sampling, here we required minute. Okay. And the last ones, that is the method times measurement. Here we require TMU. So TMU for this we require TMU. So what is that TMU? Manual work is there, then we can use the unit TMU means time measurement unit. So time measurement unit, this is equal to time measurement unit. So this one time measurement unit, this is equal to 0.006 minutes. So what is that TMU? TM means time measurement unit, and this one TMU it is equal to 0.0006 minutes. So methods time measurement we require this unit. We require this unit. Analytical methods we require to measure in minutes. Analytical in work sampling in minutes. Uh, then MTB, we require TMU. So here just first this time study and synthetic data. Here we require the measurement unit that is the centimeter, but we can convert into minutes. Then second, analytical data and work sampling. For this also we require minute. And method times measurement. Here we require TMU, time measurement unit. This is equal to 0.0006. So this thing it is given in industrial engineering, but actually in the shop levels we have to measure that work always be in minutes because standard times calculations always be minute. Everything you have to convert into the minute. But here in industrial engineering, centimeters need to convert into minutes and that is considered for cost estimation like these things are there. Okay, so here unique you have to remember so this is actually uh, multiple this type of question paper method times measurement. So method time measurements which unit we can use that unit is the time measurement unit. One time measurement unit, this is equal to 0.0006 minutes. So this much only you have to remember under this. Uh, Up to here it is clear. Only these three points or three techniques of work measurements you have to remember. Time study, work sampling and PMTS. Time study, work sampling, and PMTS. These three techniques, it is given in our syllabus. Only these three techniques we will going to see. And measurement always be in minutes. You forget about that centimeter, etc. Only minutes will be there. And method time measurement, this measurement is actually in terms of TMU. TMU means 0.0006 minute. If that minute is there, then it is called 1 TMU. And all the work done by the manuals or person. So here we have seen suitability means which technique where we can use. Time study, short cycle, repetitive job, examples I have given. Mass production is there, work sampling, we can use crankshaft manufacturing. Chemical data is there, coolant, oil, the carbide tooling, synthetic data is any manually operation is there, method times measurement. The short or non-repetitive work is the innovative research development, certain mathematical relations we require. Here we can use the analytical sampling. Okay. Now let us we go to the next the first part that is time study. Up to here it is clear. Shall I go to a next point that is the time study? So today we have seen the definition of work measurement, objective of work measurement and techniques of work measurement. Once again I will repeat. Today we have seen Some parts just I have revised of the previous revision of the previous lectures. Definition of work measurement, importance of work measurement, main objective of work measurement, and what are the techniques of work measurement, which technique, where we can use, what is the unit of that technique. This thing it is given in the work measurement. Okay. So anybody having any problems, you can ask. Anybody having any problems? No problem. Shall I go to the next time study? Okay, we'll go to the next time study. So time study. So what is actually time study? Whatever the work measurement definition is there, means to establish the technique through the qualified workers having high experience in order to decide the standard time. So this is the definition of time study. The time study, it is the technique of work measurement to establish the time for qualified worker to carry out specified tasks under specified conditions and at defined level of performance. Very simple thing is that time study means we have to, it is the one of the technique of work measurement. This is the technique of work measurement. Technique. This is the technique of work measurement to establish the time required to process that job by using qualified workers, specified conditions, and at the higher level of performance. Inexperienced person, we cannot do the study. Unskilled person, not qualified person, not good perform person. From this, we are not expecting this time study. So here, time study, it is the technique of work measurement to establish the time required to complete jobs. Okay, through the qualified worker, specified conditions, and desired level of performance. Desired level of performance is 100% efficient person. So then it is called the time study. Okay. So here's time study. It is the technique of work measurement to establish the time. So no that much difference between the definition of work measurement and time study. Same things are there. It is the technique of work measurement. Work measurement means we have to measure the work or processing time required for a job. So time study, it is one of the technique of work measurement to establish the time for qualified workers to carry out under specified conditions and at the desired level of performance. Means any job is there, how much time is required to complete that job. And this actually decided on basis of the performance of the experienced person, qualified person, the good working condition, and that time is very important time. That is called a standard time, and it has been used for further purpose. Means everybody need to follow this, whatever the times we have calculated. Now next the time study procedure. So what is the procedure for time study that we will see as per our syllabus? The time study procedure, just like method study, we have time study procedure. So whatever the basic points are there that we're going to discuss, time study procedure, selection of the job. If no work measurement study have been conducted early, means if any job is in the process and study if it is not conducted, a job should be selected for time study based upon the given the preference or operation involves. Means actually you have to select a new job for that job already study is not taken. And while going to select particular job, which points you have to remember? Bottlenecks operation which held other operations. Bottle means so many operations are there and there is a problem in one of the operations. Such jobs you have to select. Okay. Then next thing is there, jobs requires too much manual work. Selection of the job. First, non-repetitive job, which is not actually manufactured by the technique and too much time is taken by manual work. So one of the operation among the given operation, because of this production will get stopped. Such jobs you have to select. Jobs with a longer time, cycle time, repetitive jobs in a longer run, and section or department more overtime requires more time. So selection of the job on basis of what? Selection of the job on basis of job. So first thing, for that jobs already time study part is not over. Such new job is there. Second, so many operations actually required on the job, but because of the one of the operation, total operation is stopped. So such jobs actually we require. A job having repetitive work and big cycle time is there. So here is the scope to reduce the time. And whenever we require overtime to complete the job, in such area, we have to select a job for time study. Getting selection of job, whenever problems are there, big cycle time is there, more time is required to process this. Rejections are more, overtimes are more, the some of the operation creating the problem. So, and the cost of the job is also high. So, such things you have to keep in your mind while selecting the jobs for time study. So, this is the first one. Second point is that standardization of methods. Standardization of methods. So, this is the second point. The second point is standardization of methods. The accuracy of perform standard depends upon the correctness of method employed by the worker. Means whenever accuracy is there and actually the correctness actually made by the employees in the working condition, wrong methods, untrained worker should not be timed. The time should be measured without disturbing the workers. Even with standard methods, worker may be mislead the time study man. Means standardization of methods. Means Zeke's picture always be there. Gauges always be there. Fixed speed, feed, depth of cut should be there. So we have to manufacture the job with help of this speed feed, with help of jigs picture, with help of this carbide cutting tool, with help of holding the jaws between two cents. Means everything is standard, no change as per the new job. So it is the repetitive is there. Then we have to select this such job for uh, time study, standardization method, or need to go for standardization. If there is no standardization, these pictures are not there, between set method is not there, machining problem is there, and there is no any standard method. In order to make this standard, we require the time study. Then select the operator for study. Select the operator for study. Next. So while selecting operators for the study, which things we require? Experienced person, qualified person, good performance. Such operators actually we require this. But these days come into pictures when different workers are doing same work on different equipment for same time. It is better to ask foremen or repetitive work to suggest about the operator person selected should be skilled. His speed of work should be average, close to the average. Use of foreman or so for time measurement should be avoided. Means whenever the skilled worker is there, good performance is there, then we have to select such operators for time study. Then next technique, that is recording of details. Recording of details details about the job. While recording, individuals should not rest on their memories. Following information should be recorded. Identification of details like part name, number of machines, speed, materials, operators, and objects. Everything's about the uh, materials and workers. We have to record. Then area of vibration like hardness of material, shape of the job, other elements which can affect the time for job. Whatever existing things are there, materials, operator, machine, speed, feed depth, then any other the things actually involves in the manufacture, and because of that more time will get waste. Such things you have to go for recording. Okay. Then Working condition also affect on this. Measure the duration of the each. Now, while recording, you can split that work into the elements. Small work, fitting the job, clamping the tools, operating the saddles. So you can split that work into small elements and each element times need to record. Then next is calculated representative type of each element time required you have to calculate. Then convert times, observe times into normal times and add their allowances. Okay. Here once the recording technique is there, then measure the duration of each element. So next thing, so recording details all our jobs. Means materials, machines, operators, names, hardness, everything's about a job recording technique. After this, we can measure the duration of each element. Now here's the total jobs under time study. You can split into small element, holding one element, then then clamping your cutting tool, second element, make use of the saddle, third element. Like this, you can split the total working times into the small element and measure the time required for the same. After this, you have to calculate the repetitive times for each element. So here, repetitive time. Suppose any activities repeated, then you have to note down that repetitive times for each element. And after this, converts the observed times into the normal times. So whatever observed time is there, we have to convert into the normal times. So how to calculate the observed time and normal time? Observed times we can calculate with the time study. So normal times. So here I will write the formula. Normal time, normal time, equal to observed time into normal 20. So after times we can measure with help of stopwatch and performance rating. 100% accurate worker is there, skill, then he will complete job with his high efficiency. Let us we consider 100. But the performance rating, it is always be in the percentage. That's why divided by 100 is there. So observe times into performance rating. How we can suppose observe time is 10 minutes and performance rating is 80. So here observe time. So observe time is 10. Performance rating is 80. So here right. So like this, we can calculate the normal time. And in this normal time, we have to add the personal allowance or contingency allowance, and then it will become a standard time. So standard times that is equal to normal time plus allowance. So standard time is equal to normal time plus allowance plus allowance. So this allowance may be personal allowance. Allowance means unnecessary or due to his personal needs, the time will get needs or going for toilets, going for lunch. This is the personal needs. The worker is wasting the time for this personal needs that we have to consider as a allowance. Sometimes powers will get off, that is contingency allowance. So all these allowance we have to add in the normal times, it will become standard time. Okay. So here normal times that is equal to observed times we can measure with stopwatch into performance rating that is standard. First we calculate the normal times that is equal to observed times into performance rating in percentage of 100. Then this normal time plus allowances maybe 5 to 6% of normal times that we can add and it will become a standard time. So this is about the time study. So next time we're going to see the certain problems related to this standard times and allowance actually required for this time study. Now our time is over. So here's we'll stop because our time is over. So thank you once again to all of you. We'll stop here. Thank you.